Many
¿Cómo?
movies.
¿Cómo? No, no, es como se llama transporte a pasajeros, porque no hay, ¿cómo se llama? Puente que conecta, entonces el Estado lo pone, y es gratis.
Many movies. Many movies. Many movies. TV shows.
Muy nice, yeah.
Later on in his life, he parlayed his money into the railroad business, became the most powerful railroad magnate ever, and the third richest person of all time. His name is Cornelius Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt single-handedly saved Staten Island from bankruptcy with his ferries. Saving Brooklyn from bankruptcy, folks, we're looking at it straight ahead. One of the 8 wonders of the world, the Brooklyn Bridge. That bridge is a bridge more than 2.5 times longer than any other bridge that ever built up to that point. A bridge thought to be impossible by many people for many years, except for the German immigrant, John August Roebling. It's the same Roebling that invented the very invention that makes the bridge possible, the steel cable. He built bridges like this in Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Niagara Falls. To do this one here, he had to take up the whole span of the East River uninterrupted and then be high enough off of the river so that bridge building would go on. The next bridge builder was one of his younger sons, a Civil War hero, Colonel Washington Roebling, but he was crippled in a very serious accident, and then his wife took over. That's right, Emily Warren Roebling, a woman of the 1870s in charge of the single greatest leap of sin. In 1883, she opened up one of the 8 wonders of the world, the Brooklyn Bridge. A bridge connects City Hall Manhattan to City Hall Brooklyn, and Brooklyn got to join us on one with our city. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Right now, we're getting ready to pass up the most famous street in the world. Here it comes, folks, Wall Street. See the turning cameras vertically. That's where they buried Alexander Hamilton in the graveyard of Trinity Church, who founded the New York Stock Exchange. He's the guy in a $10 bill. First Secretary of the Treasury. Pier 17, multi-level shopping malls, part of the historic South Street Seaport. Nostalgic look at the way shipping was. Not even 50 years ago. Those tall-masted ships you're looking at behind the barge. The last 3, what used to be 1,000 from here to the UN, now they're all done. Those are museum pieces. Go on, visit. Now, a man named Elijah Otis stood in awe at the side of the Brooklyn Bridge. So the miracle of the steel cable and how it worked, connecting us horizontally from city to city, and he thought vertically. Took that steel cable and invented the elevator. And with the elevator, we got the skyscraper. And with the skyscraper, New York City went up and away to pass up every other city to be the greatest city of all time, and we owe an awful lot of this to the Brooklyn Bridge. It was way ahead of its time as this bridge was when it opened. It was obsolete the same day. 20 people were killed in a stampede the 5th day it was open. We needed more bridges. But everybody must walk across the Brooklyn Bridge at least once in their lives. It's very inspiring. You notice that the walkway is above the traffic. You get the feeling of being above it all when you walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. It's free. It's about a quarter of a mile. Everybody could do it. Everybody should do it. Walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. Now those of you with cameras, get a shot of the underside of it. I'll tell you why. Not only because it's the first bridge we're going under today, it's the first bridge that the immigrants ever went under in their lives. They had never seen anything built this big before by man in their countries. They looked up and were awestruck. This bridge represented their dreams. Their dreams as big as this bridge, but even bigger. At the Lower East Side, in the early to mid 1800s, this is a pretty bad neighborhood. People scurried to live in any square inch of real estate they could find. On the average, they told 7 families shared a single room of an apartment that had no windows and no modern plumbing. They did their business in buckets and flung them off the rooftops. That led to the spread of a lot of infectious, contagious diseases, a lot of problems with gangs and crime. But yet from these wretched slums arose the future leaders of this country, brilliant thinkers, philosophers, scientists, doctors, engineers, politicians, attorneys, and of course entertainers. These are the streets where the African shuffle met the Irish jig, and tap dancing was born right here. All started to turn around with the help of a Danish immigrant. His name was Jacob August Rees. He had a fascination with the way people lived down here, and he ran around with most of you got today in your hands a camera. Down some of the meanest streets and took dozens of pictures of the graphic in nature that's depicted the lives of these wretched souls. He published those alongside his report. That got the attention he was looking for. Got the attention of a very prominent figure. He was a former police commissioner in New York City. That's right. TR came down here, the wrecking crew that knocked down these wretched slums, and city housing rebuilt as we know it today, with occupancy laws. adequate space and ventilation, windows, and strict electrical and plumbing codes, and that's why we got those things today. Because what our immigrant ancestors had to endure. And they built these bridges. These bridges here also doubled as escape routes that encouraged immigrants who lived in the squalid ghettos to flee out to the suburbs or the outer boroughs. Now, the first bridge we went under was called the Brooklyn Bridge. This bridge right here we just went under is the Manhattan Bridge. The one just up ahead, that's the Williamsburg Bridge.
Yeah.
But if you want to remember the order, way to figure it out, just think of the car or motorcycle, the BMW. Brooklyn, Manhattan, Williamsburg, BMW. Bring your money with you. BMW.